Come on, get the count through. Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well. This video, as you can see here, is sponsored by 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, yada, 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 yada. But as you can see, guys, I'm wearing one of the two new designs from the channel shop. This is the retro football shop, retro football design, even I should say. Bruno, I can see your comment, but we'll come on to that. I'm not going to do your predictions so quickly. Unfortunately, it's going to spoil the conversation. But thank you for popping in, Bruno. I knew you'd be on, mate. Harry says, evening JP, good to see you again, mate. And James Hammer 88, evening JP, thinks Saturday is the biggest game I can remember since the playoff final. I wouldn't go that far, mate. I wouldn't go that far. It's getting big. Phil says, oi oi Savaloy, how you doing, mate? I'm good, mate. Hope you are doing well. So as always, guys, let's kick off by talking about the opposition. Now, obviously, first, before we do that, this game was at 3 o'clock at the London Stadium on Saturday in the Premier League. Interesting reading to see what who the referees and the officials are going to be. The referee is Michael Oliver. His touchline assistants are Stuart Burt and Simon Bennett. Fourth official of Mike Salisbury. On VAR is Andre Mariner. And the assistant VAR is Sean Massey Ellis. So that'd be interesting. As I'm sure as Bruno will be able to back me up on this, Brighton are 2 points ahead of us with 3 points from their last 5 games. Last time out, they lost to Bournemouth 3-1 away in the South Coast Derby. It's going to be blah, blah, blah. So, yes, premierinjuries.com. Again, Bruno, back me up on if there's anybody I've missed. I've double-checked a few places, and there's not much coming here. Oh, Metal and Bare Flags has donated £1 and a penny. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Good to see you again. So that's £6 and a penny you've had in from the two last broadcasts. Guys, thank you very much. A super chat means all the world. It really, really does. But premierinjuries.com show Brighton have long-term injuries to Shane Duffy after having surgery for a blood clot being removed. Bless him. And Leon Balogun is also out with a thigh injury. Jose Cuizedo, I think you pronounced that, may be in contention for this as he's recovering from his knee injury, but he's still on the road to recovery, and as a result, it looks pretty unlikely from what I'm reading. And Dan Burn could also return for this to the side at some point following his recovery from shoulder injury, I should say, but that looks more to be towards the end of February. So let's just jump into the chats. Hi, it's going to be tough, I'm guessing that means, for the both of us. Phil Smith is saying, what do you think of Ngakia JP? Phil, I will come on to that in a minute. For those that are asking questions that aren't really relevant as it stands, as you guys know, from those who watched the previews over the last few weeks and months or whatever, I talk about the opposition first, and then I come to our game, and then I'll come on to the starting 11. So please have the conversation go accordingly. Neil says, evening all from South Australia, 6:35 on Friday morning. Good morning, mate. Good to see you. Nathan Challenger, Clown Moyes out, Lejo Di Canio in. Shut up, Nathan. Honestly, I know you're a teenager, mate, but come on. No Side TV says, evening JP, hope you're well. I am, mate. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you are too. Interesting game coming up. And even though we lost the other day, we did a lot better than we have been. Agreed. Which, again, as I said, I will come on to. Won't let me put 99p. You tightwad. Ice creams cost more than 99p now, mate. So Joan says, evening everyone. Hi Joan, good to see you again. Jude Morton says, hello JP. Hello. Right. So, okay. So, but guys, I want to say, I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again today, and I'll probably say it tomorrow as well for that matter. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed to the channel over the last 8 days, basically getting the subscriber count to 1,380 now, and it would be great to get to 1,400 ideally before the end of the month. But the end of the month's only tomorrow, so it would be nice to try and get a few more on board. But as I say, but seeing that 60% of you viewers aren't subscribed to the channel over the last 4 weeks, then if you haven't already done so, then please do consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you get to know when new content is going up. For example, tomorrow night around about 11 o'clock, I will be doing a live transfer of January transfer roundup video. Be going out live, as I said. I'm having a few beers with Tim from American Hammers beforehand, so that'd be interesting to see how that conversation goes. But also on Sunday, as you guys would have noticed over the last few days, the West Ham accounts have come out for last season, for the 18-19 season. So I will be doing a video on that. It will be a video. I'm not doing it live. There's way too much to talk about on a live broadcast, and it'd be so I'm going to do it as a video. I'm going to try and break it down as best as I can. There's a lot of bullshit in there, guys. There really is. So, but as I say, so keep an eye out for. There's a lot of content coming out, and of course, obviously Saturdays I'm going to do the Brighton review as well. So you guys are bloody spoiled at the moment. You're getting 5 days worth of videos. You know, Wednesday night, tonight, Friday, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then it's all back to normal, hopefully. Anyway, so turning to West Ham, as we all know, for those that were in the conversation last night and was keeping a tab on everything, we lost 2-0 last night to a very underperforming Liverpool. But I did enjoy the game a lot more than I expected us to play, and expected me to enjoy it for that matter, because we played with a lot of fight, some good fight, a lot of vigor. Both teams had chances. Playing Fabianski was a big risk, but he seems to be okay. Come through the game okay, despite clearly not being fit enough to play. So hopefully, hopefully there's nothing. We'll obviously find out tomorrow in the press conferences for both teams what the situation was with players and injuries and whatnot. But Moyes seems to be stuck in a time warp. He really does seem to be stuck in a time warp when it comes to Lanzini. I understand what he's saying, but he is not the same player that we all know. That that at least we know from when Moyes was when Moyes was with us after we sacked Bilic. You know, he came out saying that he's one of if not the most important player. He's a flair player. I need him as much as we needed an Arnautovic. Just all that sort of stuff. I know he's trying to motivate him, but it's the wrong way to do it. It really is the wrong way to do it. Fornals was getting back into form just before Pellegrini was sacked and Moyes took over. And he's been kind of left to the wayside. I feel really sorry for him. I really do. So let's jump back into the comments before we get on. Videos, 5 videos. I must be in heaven. JGM, welcome. When are the club going to put up the 5 reasons to watch Brighton at the London Stadium this weekend? Number 1 has to be Glenn Murray scoring against us yet again. Yeah, that was quite entertaining, mate. I must admit, I did laugh reading that. Some of that, you like, you fucking bellends. Honestly, Doc, game of 12. Hi, mate. Good to see you. Hello, mate. Kent Hammers, would you sell Lanzini if his form stays the same? 100%. Really would. He's on a massive earnings. I said to Nikki, right? That Lanzini gets a bonus of 35 grand just for being in the starting 11. He's been in the starting 11 for the last 3 games now, minimum. He's had over 100 grand off the club, and he's been putting in those woeful performances. It's not good enough. It's nowhere near good enough. Ben Davis, we're being linked with the RB Nandez. He plays for Calgary and Bowen at Hull. He is a player I rate. I'm guessing you mean Bowen there, mate. Ben, we'll talk about him tomorrow night on the transfer video. Leo, hello, mate. Hi, nice to see you. Dark Gamer says apparently Bowen wants to come to us. Of course he does. He's going to get more money than he will be on at Palace. He said, I didn't like the boos for Lanzini. No need for that. Agreed. Well, there wasn't boos. It was sarcastic cheering when he came off, mate. But yeah, there's something. But never boo. Never boo. What did you make of the pyro? No idea what you're talking about there, mate. Phil Smith said, we need Anderson back from injury. We miss his creativity so much. So, funny enough, coming around to injuries now, Antonio is currently being assessed for his hamstring injury and was rested last night for obvious reasons. Wilshere went under the knife again for hernia surgery yesterday, so he's out for at least the rest of the season. Please, if there's anybody from West Ham that's watching this, please get rid of him. He's a pointless signing. I said when he came in the first place that it was a PR stunt. You know, I'm not going to wax lyrical about how many days it's been since we've last bought a midfielder. Everyone else is popping on about that. I'm doing my own content as far as I'm concerned. But guys, please, please sell him. Release him from his contract. Do something. It's a waste of money. He's getting, what was it? There's an article that went up the other day that he's getting about £300,000 a game so far because of the amount of appearances he hasn't done. He's cost the club about £300,000 per appearance. It's pathetic. But other than that, there's no new injuries on Yarmolenko, Anderson, or Fredericks, at least that I could find. Obviously, try and wait to see what Moy says tomorrow, as I said. That's right. So let's have a look to see where else we got. Hammers Pulse this evening. Hello, mate. Good to see you, man. Guys, I said it before and I say it again when he came on the channel last time. And I try and say it as much as possible. Go and subscribe to Hammers Pulse. He's always looking for people to join in on the video content as well. So if anybody wants to jump in on that, tweet him at Hammers Pulse, and he'll talk to you about it. So Ian, I really hope you get some more details. More people on board for there. JGM says more chance of signing Jim Bowen. Showing your age there. Here's who you could have signed. Can't beat a bit of a bully. I think he means he's. So autocorrect not working properly there. Jude will come on to the predictions in a minute. Hammers Pulse again. Jones says, "Blimey, hernia surgery. How did that happen? No idea. I'm guessing that's just because he's just pissing about too much. Oh, who knows? Who knows? I haven't heard why, but he just is. Heard Fredericks could be back Saturday. He could be, but it's going to be a rush. It's going to be a rush, Ken, mate. As I said, he could be, but I don't think it's a good idea that he is. Cheers for that, says Ian. You're welcome, mate. Is the game kicked off? Leo, what are you talking about? Honestly, some people. What are you talking about? I know you're all different generations to me, but try and make sense. Now, obviously, we need to talk about the last game when we played them down at the MX, I should say. We played them in mid-August. It was a 1-1 draw, and I expect an equally tough game at the London Stadium. As Bruno mentioned earlier, this is a big game for both sides, and we haven't beaten them since we were in the Championship. That's worrying from one point of view. It's worrying, especially how long Brighton have been in the Premier League now. There's no disrespect, Bruno, in any shape or form, but with the managers that we've had, the players that we've had, we should have beaten Brighton at least once by now. But it's the way things go. It's the way things go. Now, but it's, as we all know, guys, it's looking equally likely that we're going to go down next season. It really, really does. I mean, if the players don't butt their ideas up, as Noble intimated the other day. But yeah, that's a stupid thing. I really, really think we're down. We're going to be going down very, very soon. Ben Davis says, "Did you not see the pyro fireworks going off when the players came in?" No, I didn't, because I was outside queuing. There was queues all over the place because there's only 2 bridges when you approach from the Westfield side. There should be 3, but one's blocked off and being refurbished apparently. So there was only 2 people, 2 in. And to be honest with you, once kickoff happened, then we were able to get through no problem. It was ridiculous. I got to the game 5 minutes late, even though I was drinking in Stratford, and we left with plenty of time. It's stupid. It is stupid. But Bill, if you're watching, mate, thank you very much for you and your cousin. It was a great laugh to having a couple of beers with you guys, and more a beer with your cousin. But yeah, it was really good fun. So thanks, mate, if you're watching. Right. So as always, guys, let's do the roundup for the starting 11. So now, guys, I want you to put your starting 11s in the chat while you're watching. Of course, those that are watching in the replay, by all means, put your comments in the comment section below. Give me your starting 11 as well. But for me, here's mine, and I've got my back four properly sorted out this time. Last night was a massive rush job to get it done, and I put Ngakia in there twice. Still can't believe I did that. But anyway, so let's talk about my starting 11. So we have Randolph in goal, because I don't think it's a good idea to risk Fabianski just yet. So last night was a risk, and I don't think it's a good idea to play him again. There's a very good idea. So quickly, I should say, there's a very good chance, of course, that Fabianski is going to be back in goal. But for me, no, it's not a good idea. Then we have Ngakia at right back. Fully deserves a start again. Energetic, to say the least. Would be absolutely great for us in the back four. Really would. Ogbonna and Diop making the centre back pairings as usual. Creswell at left back, because we haven't got any other people I can personally say we should deserve it. As good as Masuaku was at left back, he was playing more of a wing back last night, as was Ngakia. So, you know, Snodgrass out on the right with Declan Rice and new boy Souček, if I remember correctly, that's how you pronounce it, Souček. Reason being is because, for the same reason as Fabianski, I think Noble should be rested for this game, at least be on the bench, not in the starting 11, because he needs to. Even though he's the midfield dynamo, he's Mr. West Ham, etc. 2 goals for him in such a short space of time, I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. So we've got Snodgrass out on the right, Fornals up on the left, and Allaire and Ayeti up front. Now, I know a lot of people have criticised Allaire's contribution on Saturday, but last night I should say. But at the same point, I really do think he tried. I really do think he tried. He can't be on his own. Why on earth we went for 5-4-1 is beyond me. It absolutely baffles me. So nobody has put their starting 11 out. Oh no, apologies. No, Kent Hammers has. It says Fabianski in goal. Creswell, I'm guessing he's Ngakia, Diop, Oggy, and Creswell. Souček and Rice. Fornals, Snodgrass, Allaire, and Antonio. So, as I said earlier, mate, Antonio's a risk. He's being assessed, so it's not the best of ideas, but I see your point 100%. If he's deemed match fit, if he passes his match fitness tests over the next couple of days, then by all means, absolutely agree. But as I say, I don't think he's going to be in the starting 11. I really don't. No, that's not what he's talked about. That Hammers Poles asked, do you think Ben Johnson and Jeremy Watsit Ngakia can be our future fullbacks? Yes, if Ben Johnson proves himself and Ngakia continues the great run that he did last night, no pun intended. But you know, I just worry if either of those two are going to be treated like Reece Oxford. You know, all the promise and none of the substance. But you never know. You never know with the football. HL 2002 says, evening everyone. Yeah, nice to see you, mate. Good to see you again. No Side TV says, I won't put my team in chat because I have no idea how to. You just type it. I am the type of guy to stick Fabianski on the right wing. Piss taker. Huh? Piss taker. Joan has said, hope Fornal plays. It's frustrating that he doesn't start. Agreed. Absolutely agreed there, Joan. Right, so wrapping up this, so we're going to go for predictions now. Bruno, and of course he's gone for a 1-0 Brighton. I think we'll just nick it. It will be at the end of the game as well, in the away end. He's hoping, because he's at the game. Where else have we got some? I know there was, who else put, there was where is it? And Jude Morton said, I think we will beat Brighton 2-1. Do you know what, Jude? I'm kind of thinking either 2-1 or 3-1 myself, just purely because if we played the same way we played last night, we will be absolutely, we should be getting at least a point, if not all 3. Ironic that Randolph and Adrian shared a bench last night. It is, Joan. Yeah, you're right. James Hammer says, I'd go 4-4-2 with Fabianski in goal, Ngakia, Diop, Ogbonna, Creswell at the right back, Antonio Thomas, so check, Rice, Fornals, and Antonio, if fit, Allaire. If Antonio is not up to it, Ayeti. Yeah, so not that far off mine, to be honest with you. In actual fact, it's pretty much exactly the same as mine, except, hang on, where are we? Yeah, and Antonio. That's a 4-5-1, isn't it? Surely, in that case, Antonio, Suchek, Rice, Fornals, and you put Antonio twice, mate. James, double check that, mate, because you put Antonio twice. It's easily done. I did it last night. I put Ngakia twice, but so you put Antonio twice, mate, as the right wing and as also as a right side of centre forward as well. HL 2002 says Fabianski, Masuaku, Creswell, Ogbonna, Diop, Ngakia, Rice, Suchek, Fornals. Sorry, it's not Grass, Fornals, and Allaire. So pretty much, I'm guessing exactly the same. A 5-4-1. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So not. Yeah. So yeah. No, fair enough. It's fair enough. Jones says West Ham to win 3-0. Let's go for it. It'd be nice to keep the clean sheet. Kent Hammer says 3-1. Hammer's Pole says we've yet to beat Brighton in the London Stadium. 1-0 to the Seagulls, unfortunately. Yeah, it's fine, mate. We're yet to beat them at the Amex since they came up as well. So it's a bit of a shame. And also, James Hammer says Adamir. Never heard of Adamir. Is he a junior? Is he? Hey. Sorry, I'm getting into Gonzo territory now. But guys, thank you very, very much for your time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. As I said, tomorrow night I will be doing a live transfer roundup at hopefully 11 o'clock, if not as close as I could get to it. Ben, West Ham for Life says West Ham 2-0. But yeah, and then obviously, as I say, Saturday is the review, is the reaction video, and also Sunday is the accounts. So that's going to be fun. I don't know when that's going to go up on Sunday, but it's going to go up at some point, probably in the evening, because it's going to take a little while to read through. I'm going to read through it tonight. I'm going to read through it Saturday morning and Sunday as well. So it's there's a lot to go in. Harry's back. Oi, Savaloy. Oh, you are ending it. I am, mate, I'm afraid. One of these days we'll stay for the full length of time. But no, it's always good to see you, Harry. But as I say, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow night at some point, around about 11 o'clock. Regardless of what everybody says, the transfer window isn't rounding up tomorrow evening. It is at 11 o'clock. So don't believe Claret & Hugh and a few other people that have been saying, because I've double checked it. It says on Sky Sports, and it's on the BBC, it's on the Premier League website, etc. The FA website. It is shutting at 11 o'clock. So it's not going to be. We've only got, as it stands at the moment, we've only got 4 things to talk about: Nathan Holland and Joe Powell going out, and Randolph and Souček coming in. So as it stands at the minute, not much to talk about. Jones, thanks, John. Come on, you irons. Jude's put their time down, saying Fabianski and putting Antonio twice again. Fabianski, Creswell, Ogbonna, Diop, and Ngakia, Rice, Noble, Antonio, Fornals, Antonio, Allaire. We must have more than one Antonio on the books by the looks of it. Just having Fab in goal is worth 2 goal difference. Yes, it is, mate. Definitely, it is. Looking forward to the accounts video, because I don't really understand the terminology that much. I'm not an accountant in any shape or form. I work in finance, but I'm not an accountant, and it's lots of bullshit. Let me put it this way. And last knockings, SW6 fan channel says, I think you'll win 1-0 against Brighton. It'd be nice. It'd be great to get 3 points and try and get up the table. If we do get the 3 points, we'd be up to 15th, 16th, I think. And Judy said, I didn't mean to put that. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Conversation over. We've been going for 25 minutes now, so that's it. Thank you very much for your time. If you like the t-shirt and you want to see more of these designs, then by all means, click the spread shop link in the description below. I will be wearing my other t-shirt with the channel badge on it as well, so check it. That I'll be wearing that tomorrow, so you see that tomorrow night, as long as there's no bloody beer stains on it. But guys, thank you very much for your time. As I said, check out the sponsor as well if you want to get yourself some retro shirts. There's the affiliate link in the description below. And as you know, the commission will be going to Isla's Fight for any purchases. It's exactly the same prices as normal. It's just yeah. So there we go. Yeah, you know, you could be getting some money onto the charity. I will be donating the £26 that we got from the first batch of people's purchases. That will be going to Isla's Fight tomorrow, because I haven't had a chance to do it since it cleared in the account. But guys, thank you very much for your time. And as always, part-time Percy turned up. Lena, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. Let me know how you're getting on, darling. But yeah, thanks very much for your time, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. All the best.